What's up, my crypto legends? Yes, Bitcoin did manage to close that weekly engulfing candle, as you can see right over here. Last two times this happened, we had an excellent run up. Now, in this episode, I'm going to show you the huge amount of support that we do have around about the 50K levels that should be holding, and the major resistance that we should be breaking in the next coming days, which is the 53, 54, to have a major leg up to the $58,000, guys. And I'm going to explain why in this episode we should be getting major resistance, and then we're going to talk about a potential bearish scenario, guys, all depending on how we arrive there with volume, what kind of price action. Okay, so we analyze the situation. We also take a look at Chainlink, because Chainlink is at a massive resistance right now in between the $23, $24. If we successfully break this resistance, I'm going to show you my price targets for Chainlink, so make sure to stay tuned. Hello there, Andy here. Welcome back. New to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily TA on Bitcoin crypto. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything that I say. Now, looking at the weekly, guys, yes, we did manage in the end to close the weekly yesterday as an engulfing candle. Last couple of times this happened, we had an excellent run up. So this is telling me, all right, this is a trend reversal candle. It's telling me that the next coming weeks are going to be pretty bullish. All right, we might see a little bit of bearish in the immediate short term, but overall it should be bullish for January of 2022. Okay, this week might be a little bit bumpy, but we should be entering into January pretty bullish. And looking at the chart here on the weekly, we also got the resistance here from the lower highs of the weekly closes and opens. All right, managing to hold beautifully as support, very much expected. So I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen in the next coming weeks, all right? And if we take a look also on the VPVR, this mountain of cluster, okay, we were getting, consolidation around that area, which was, beautiful, also very much expected. We were expecting a little bit of volatility to the downside, but this is also why I also entered my trade, okay, because I was ready for that potential volatility to the downside to add to my position for that potential reversal. It's very hard to get the exact bottom, okay? It's very hard to get into, the best trade and get the exact bottom. So you need to try and scale in if you are expecting for that reversal, like I did right over here. Now, as I said, engulfing candles, reversal, potential pattern, okay, candle. And looking at the 4-hourly chart, what I want to explain to you here is that, like I've been saying for the last videos and live streams, that we are basically getting above a major cluster of resistance on the VPVR. We can just zoom in here on the daily, just so it's pretty clear, okay, like I explained on many videos and live streams here for the last few days, that we did manage to get above, the last major point, which is round about that 49K levels, 49.5 if you wish. As you can see, this is the huge mountain where it starts disappearing, and now we are trading well above the range. We're trading around this area, okay, which is just at this, there's hardly any volume. It's going to be relatively easy to start, moving to 53, 54K levels in the next coming days. Now we might go sideways, we might consolidate for a little bit and then have that major leg up because there's hardly any volume above us. Now, what is the next major resistance? Like I said, the first one's going to be 53, 54K levels, where we might see a little bit of volatility. And this is if we do not slice it like butter. But if we do see this major resistance here and the support that we did have, this is in between $53,000 and $54,000. Now, the last few days, we were talking about this higher low major support level turning into resistance, that it was going to be around about $54,000, $55,000. But as the days go by, the resistance is much higher, as you can see, as we are going in an uptrend here with time. So if it does reach there in about a week or so, it is around about $57,000, $54,000. This would be the first week of January. And it does make sense to absolutely slice this major resistance, okay, and then go to the next major level, which would be the higher low here, all right, from these There's higher low resistance, okay, support turning into resistance, and then we do have a massive spike here also on the VPVR. And where the spike is, where the most volume is in between $57,000 and $58,000 right over here. So it does make sense that, you know, BTC in the next coming days, right, it might take a week or two approximately, all right, it might take 4 days, it might take 7 days, it might take 8 days, we don't really know, but we should be climbing to those levels where we potentially are going to get massive resistance because of the volume profile and because of the higher low, okay, major trend line. Now what we can see here, okay, where it's exactly at 57.5 approximately, you know, is where we're going to get massive resistance. Now, or depending on the type of consolidation that we have here, it's very likely that we are going to get rejected, especially if we do get up there relatively fast in the next coming days. One other major resistance is that if you do take all of this as a major drop, okay, and if you take a look at it on the daily or even on the weekly, this is just one major drop, and we might be climbing to the fib levels in the next coming days. So if you take your Fibonacci from the top to the low, you know, also looking at the 62% golden pocket, you know, the most famous retracement on Fibonacci is the 58.7 in this case. So it does make sense, you know, in between 57, 58, 59, that we are going to see a little bit of volatility there. So everything indicates that there's a massive resistance at that 58k level or range, okay, because of the VPVR, massive mountain there. We got the higher lows here. It is there around about a week or two approximately, okay. And we've also got the Fibonacci retracement from the high to the low right over here. Everything's indicating that, yeah, we are finishing this consolidation and we are going to have those legs up, let that leg up in the next coming days. But the rejection here might be insane, okay? And there is one bearish case scenario that we did take a look at in a live stream. And if we take a look at it here on the daily, it's a potential massive head and shoulder pattern with an ascending neckline, okay? And basically this is a very bearish pattern. We connected here these higher lows right over here, and it has been respected very nicely here for the last few days, the last couple of weeks. Now that run up is almost imminent, but what is also potentially imminent is getting that massive rejection at the $57,000, $58,000. And this is probably going to form a massive head and shoulder, okay? So this is something that we need to pay attention when we get to this area, because if we start consolidating here, volume starts going down. If we are forming bearish divergence on the 4 hourly, it doesn't matter right now, but we'll be analyzing the situation when we get to those levels. Now, if you ask me, that pumpy action to those levels is almost imminent, guys. We're at the very end and we're starting to change the shift here. So this is something that we'll be analyzing as soon as we get to round about that $57,000, $58,000, which I do think it's highly probable looking at the price action that we're having right now. Now let's just jump in straight into Chainlink, because Chainlink, I'm very bullish on Chainlink. A lot of you, if you're old subscribers, you know that I'm extremely bullish on Chainlink, and I can see this massive Adam and Eve pattern. This is looking at the 4 hourly chart, okay? And yes, we did have volatility. We almost went down to the $15, but you know, the most important is to see the 4 hourly closes afterwards. So after this major sharp drop, you did have a small consolidation right here. You came up to this major resistance where we're currently trading, which is in between the $23 and $24 right there, hitting resistance. We've got the support right there. We've also got support right here. So we do know it's a major level. This is in between $23 and $24. What happened after this major resistance is that we got a nice round formation, round at this same level here, just around about $17, $18. As you can see, this was the last few days, all right? just before the 25th of December. Now what has happened right now is that we had a nice round formation, and this is a clear Adam and Eve double bottom scenario without counting the massive drop wick that we had. Okay, so if we do successfully break $24 and the next coming days and close a nice full hourly candle, it is very, very likely, and I'm going to show you the measured move, the potential target from this, you know, classic technical book pattern. All right, we can see that from the breakout of $24 approximately, this could take us all the way up to about $28. So overall, I think that Chainlink is, you know, very, very likely going to break this pattern. We might have slightly volatility first before breaking it, but I think it's almost imminent to hit those levels. And like I showed you with Bitcoin, we did have the massive drop from November all the way till the beginning of December. And you could count this as a huge, massive drop, okay, without having any type of retracement first. And if we take a look at the fib levels, guys, from the top to the bottom, it is also the 62% golden pocket is around about that $28 to $29, which is the target here of this potential double bottom Adam and Eve pattern. Okay, I think it's very, very likely to see that kind of price action for Chainlink in the next coming days, guys. Remember, on Bybit down below, you got the best bonus available. It's up to $4,100 if you're an experienced trader, and it's another way to support the channel. And you know the deal, Castor is getting launched on Bybit, and there is a massive hype on Castor. It's going to be revolutionary. You can see here in between the 20th of December and 26th of December, it has been the most researched coin. As you can see, the #1, and V-Launch has been #3, guys. You know how V-Launch had a massive hype on the launch. Imagine Castor, guys. It's been the first one now for a few weeks. So make sure to, you know, use the link down below to get an insane bonus on Bybit. We know the deal. Castor will be launched on Bybit. I will be doing a live stream, okay, when the Castor token is launched, which will be very, very exciting, guys. Make sure to check out the Bitcoinsensus website. We've got the latest technical analysis here, the latest news, so make sure to check it out. It is down below, totally free information. Check out Bybit and PrimeXBT tutorial that are on the screen right now to learn how to trade on those platforms. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.